It's Sunday evening, and you're here with the Minority Men.
Bean town forever. Boston. Let me get your hands up. Boston is what I represent. Boston. Y'all remember Bean town forever. Y'all remember Boston is what I represent. Y'all remember Bean town forever. Y'all remember Boston is what I represent.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minority Men Show. Glad to have you here on Sunday, September 8th. I'm here with my right-hand man, public announcement.
Good evening, ladies and gents.
Good evening, huh? Yes,
yeah,
it's,
man, I'm
it's
on
the evening now.
It is. It's evening, however you want to pronounce it. I'm basically on this new vibe of just being positive. You feel me?
No doubt, public, no doubt. And we're also here with Blue Collar.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
How was your weekend so far?
It's been great.
That's what's up. And then we're also here with Bree. Hello, Bree.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing, Bree?
I'm doing awesome.
All right, what's going on? So, we always start off the show asking everybody, anything that's sticks on your mind. So, Bree, I'm going to start with you. Like, anything stuck on your mind this weekend? Anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, well, I actually had the opportunity to have a date night. You guys know I have a daughter, so I had a date night with my husband, and it was just awesome. We just had a great time, just kicking it, laughing, dancing. It was just an awesome time.
You know, it's funny how, like, when you start talking about date night, the lights just suddenly turn red in the studio. But I'm going to keep it moving. Blue, how was your weekend so far? Anything stuck out to you this week?
Nothing out of the ordinary this weekend, but next weekend I'm going to be in California.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
You gonna be missing in action, Blue?
Yeah, I am.
He's going to be out in Cali.
Oh.
Yeah, no doubt. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
You kind of seem like you're from California. Are you from California?
You got that California
No.
vibe?
He does.
Why? Because I'm wearing a peach shirt?
Instead of the blue. Hey, public, what happened? Give us some highlights about what happened.
Oh, man. This past week was extremely long. Got some things that was well overdue done. Also had the opportunity to go to a wedding.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. My boy got married. Big shouts to him and his wife, brand new newlyweds. I just want to congratulate them. And, it was a good time. The only problem that I had with that whole situation was the fact that why is it, and I want to direct this to Bree, why is it that women are always late on their wedding day? What's going on with that?
That's a good question.
Why is it?
And that happens at every wedding.
It seems like it. It seems like, because I was part of the bridal party. I don't know the proper pronunciation, what it's called. So I actually got there for the rehearsal. Oh my God, 5:30. The rehearsal was supposed to start at 6.
So you're congratulating your boy and
Yeah,
giving
no,
him
I'm
big ups,
just-
and now you're about to trash.
No, I'm not trashing
that's
it.
not trashing.
I'm just sharing my experiences because I want others to
okay.
see and hear, what my weekend was like.
Yeah, because nobody's wedding starts on time. I've
No.
never in the history of weddingdom
The wedding dump.
has a wedding ever started on time. So, yeah, Bree, that is a good question. Right? Is it something where the bride, it's like, okay, the bride knows that, all right, there's no one that's going to be popping in side of the chamber at the last minute, overshadowing her wedding? Is that what's going on there? Is that something like subconsciously that?
Well, honestly, I really can't relate because I was actually the first person at my own wedding.
Wow.
I was the first person there. I actually
There's
was
always
there
an
before
exception to the
groom.
rule. There's always an exception to the rule.
I think that if you're on time, you're late. So that's the principle I go by. Honestly, I think that, when the bride is late, it gives the guest the opportunity to mingle, to talk to each other, to catch up, to, it gives, the late people time to get there. And she really wants to make an entrance. So
That's true, because it starts when she gets there, so it gives everybody else an opportunity to be late.
I was at a wedding where the bride and the groom were 2 hours late.
Yeah, I would have left.
Oh, people were highly upset. And then on top of that, you know how after the wedding ceremony, most of the guests get moved to the reception area. for getting ready to get served food. And then we had to take pictures. The pictures ran for like an hour. So you can imagine 2 hours late, plus the ceremony, then an hour for photos. People like storming out of the reception, highly upset.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, but hey, every wedding's different. Some are better than others. And I'm glad you had a good time this weekend.
It was cool, man. But, we're going to take a short commercial break. This is the Minority Men Show every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. on Gag Order Network. Hit us up, 857-366-5444, or text us, 857-445-0424. We have a special guest on the show today. Who's that special guest, Anthony Cook?
This week we have Mr. Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson, perfect. We can't wait to hear from this Mr. Chris Jackson. So, all right, stay tuned to the Minority Men Show. We'll be right back.
The aspiration of every human being is to have his path made clear.
Excuse me, young brother, you over there with your pants sagging. Can I ask you a question? Are you familiar with 25 to life? Well, what about self-destruction? Cause I've been watching you for a while, young man. The way you run around town with your gun in hand, robbing, stealing, maybe even killing. And I got a bad feeling, so let me voice my opinion.
Without self-respect, you're certainly self-destruct. Be true to your history. Therein lies your possibility. Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Barnett, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. The past is prologue to your future.
No matter who you are, what you feel, they do. Truth of the matter is, all got work to do. If it distresses you, it ought to hurt me too. Don't let it bring you down. Just elevate your view.
Now check this out. I used to be just like you, carry a 9mm just like you, running around town with a knife in my shoe, on the corner shooting dice while I was drinking my brew. It's true, until one day I got another view, a voice from upstairs and you know who, some spiritual guidance that dropped me a clue, said you gotta love yourself before someone to love you.
We all been through struggles, ups and downs. We got quiet despair and active hope. But the tradition kicked in and the love made a difference, and the caravan of struggle that made us who we are served as a springboard for where we are right now.
Who you are, what you feel, they do. Truth of the matter is, all got work to do. If it distresses you, it ought to hurt me too. Don't let it bring you down. Just elevate your view. No matter who you are, what you feel, they do. Truth of the matter is, all got work to do. If it distresses you, it ought to hurt me too. Don't let it bring you down. Just elevate your view.
Now can you feel my testimony, young brother? Then lead by example and pass it to another. Cause positivity outweighs the negative, and negativity is not the way to live.
The older generation must bequeath and transmit the best of the old to the new, but the younger generation will meet the challenge.
So give, love, respect, and you will accomplish everything that you want to do. Ask Brother West, because I'm living proof. When you elevate your view, it elevates you.
It's about love, life, toil, strife. We shall never give up, cave in, or sell out.
No matter who you are, what you feel, they do. Truth of the matter is, all got work to do. If it distresses you, it ought to hurt me too. Don't let it bring you down. Just elevate your view. No matter who you are, what you feel, they do. Truth of the matter is, all got work to do. If it Don't let it bring you down. Just elevate your view.
Train of justice, ship of freedom. What a rich tradition of struggle for decency and dignity.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Minority Men Show. We are here, and we are accepting your calls. If you have any questions, if anything comes to mind during the show, hit us up, 857-366-5444. That's 857-366-5444. Don't be scared. And we are here today with our special guest, Mr. Chris Jackson.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be on the show this afternoon. I want to thank you all for this opportunity.
And I'm glad to have you, Mr. Jackson.
Glad to be here too.
You know, we're gonna go into the things that you're doing here in the community and also into your background. But before we get into all that, I'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you have any wedding stories? Whether wedding disaster, wedding glory, any wedding stories that come to mind? Because we were just talking about weddings before the commercial.
Well, I had I was at a wedding, and unfortunately, the groom had cold feet, and so he took off on the bride and left her standing at the altar.
Oh,
The
no,
bride
that's
left?
horrible. No, the groom
The groom left?
The groom left.
Oh, that's
Well,
a
he had
violation.
he had to use the facilities or something.
No, he had cold feet. He was nervous.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that trumps my story.
Yeah. I think that is definitely a wedding story to remember. That's tough. I mean, what do you do when that? Do you just tell the guests, "Hey, we got food. You guys have a good time." You know, you don't just walk in and say the wedding's off. You know, everybody go home. I mean, there's usually more than 50 guests there.
Absolutely.
How are you going to wait till the day of, though?
Hey, everybody has choices, man. So, he thought about something that deterred him from going to the next step.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, whatever the conversations they had previous to that, because it's most of the time people would just tough it out because they're in front of everyone.
Yes.
So to actually walk away from the situation in front of his family, her family, I would say that's more of a courage in my eyes versus as messed up as it is.
Yeah.
You have to look at the person itself and
Doesn't this go back to that question that you asked previously, stay or walk away?
Yeah, because
because he would have been, no one would have said boo, or they would have questioned later on if he would have went through the marriage, and it would have fell apart. Let's just put it like that right now.
not necessarily. I wouldn't say
he
that.
He walked away.
I
The day of the
definitely
wedding.
said.
Do you think that he would have, if they would have went down the line 6 months, a year, that they would have stayed together?
I don't know. You can never tell the future.
Well, I think people minimize what marriage is. Marriage is a very, very important thing. And so it's scary. It's a life-changing event. It's a decision that's going to impact the rest of your life financially, emotionally, physically, everything. And then you also have to sign a legal document, which is a marriage certificate. So now you're tied to this person. I can understand him getting cold feet if he really wasn't sure.
Have you all seen the movie Brothers?
Brothers, yes.
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 Shamar Moore.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
Now, whatever ended up happening to this couple, where he was obviously they broke up, but I mean, was there any story after that?
So he never. Wow.
Hey, good
There
for
was
you.
a story behind the story, but
Correct.
it was not revealed, as you said.
Okay. Well, good for him. He made the choice he felt like he can stand on. So I applaud him.
Yeah, and he probably made the right decision
Yeah.
for both of them.